What's up, guys? Good morning, weirdos. What's happening out there? Bitcoin slipping, guys. Slipping, tripping, flipping, whatever, right? Got people tripping because it's slipping. Let's see what's going on. We did lose the bear flag, and we are continuing down. The lowest we got was 80,618 back here on November 21st. Will we drop below that level? Be very interesting to see. Will we come all the way back down here to 76, where we fell back in April 9th of last year? Well, either way, guys, here's my golden pocket down here. This is the bear market pocket, right? Between 57 and 69,000 dollarinos. It looks like we are going to continue in that downward trajectory. So let's just rip the Band-Aid off, I say, and let's get down to the 200-week moving average so we can start accumulating and working our way back up again, right? That's what I say. So, I don't know. But I want to know what you guys think. Let's get into the chat, see what's going on out there. I know a lot of people are depressed today, a lot of people feeling down. Believe me, I am with you on that. Crypto Wiz, have a blessed day. Keep DCA Jasmine. There you go, man. There you go. Blessings, John. Smashed the like, my guy, my dude. J Money, we got Bulbasaur in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, family. Carl, salute. What's going on, brother? Crypto Banter says, sell everything. What a clown. He said, super cycle, now sell. Yeah. Yeah, but I agree. But here's the thing. I'll grant them some grace on that because, listen, I was no more correct in terms of, the market going up than anybody else. So I'm not gonna hold his feet to the fire on it, because at the end of the day, the truth of the matter is nobody was right about the direction of the market and what was going to happen. Nobody, right? Not any YouTuber, not any professional, not Tom Lee, not Michael Saylor, not any of the biggest names out there. They were all wrong, including me, right? So I got to be a little humble on that one too, right? We're getting some great discounts right now. Hell yeah, we are. Funky, what's up, buddy? Let's light a fire under crypto and ignite this powder keg. Absolutely, man. Ken, hello, fellow bag holders. Hope everyone is able to manage these times and crypto stay strong. Yes, absolutely stay strong. You got this, guys. You got this. WF Capital BTC whipsawing. Yeah, good to see you, brother. It's been a minute. Where you been hiding, man? Amazing coins. I just bought some BTC, but I buy every week. Me too, brother. Me too. Myrdid, the VIP crew in the hizzy. What's going on, brother? Good to see you, my dude. Good to see you. Let's keep it rolling here. What else do we have? H. Barbarina is in the house. What's going on, man? Guys, hit the like and subscribe on the way in. It's absolutely free. Helps the channel grow. We got 103 people watching. We got 33 likes. Let's get that up there, guys. Let's get it to 50 for now. Carl says, I got a little BTC, ZBIC Tau, and XRP. All fantastic projects, my friend. I love it. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Brandon, what's up, buddy? It's me, Mario. Good morning, y'all. Life is good. God is good. Life, like Warren Buffett says, AMD Rob Future. There you go. Let's go. I didn't finish that. When people are in fear, I buy. That's exactly it. Ben, what's up, buddy? What's the matter? They got you pushing too many pencils? Blessing, my friend. What's going on, buddy? Good to see you, man. Dave, morning, man. What's the word, brother, man? Chilling like a villain. Kizza says crypto smells sometimes and it smells today. Yes, but sometimes it's absolutely super fantastic, right? Angelo, what's up, buddy? We expected this dump. You told us many times that we need to get ready for the sideways hodl and buy and pray it doesn't dump more. Myrdid in the house. Green tea, we got Squirtle. What's up, Rob? All this bearishness, but this is where wealth is made. Exactly. That's exactly it, guys. You got to try to keep in focus that, again, like Green Tea said, millionaires are made on the red days, not the green ones, right? So everyone who's not taking advantage of the red days, you're missing the opportunity that's being presented to you at the end of the day, right? There's my $10. Here's my $10 link. Yes, buy a little. Yes, exactly. Is link down to $10 now? I might have to pick some up. There it is, $10 chain link. Let's go, baby. We've been waiting on it. I dig it, man. I dig it. Don, this is some sad times. Hey, but you know what? Peaks and valleys, brother. Nothing lasts forever, right? So bear the cross like I am. I am bearing my cross, man. Heavy is the crown. That's what they say, right? Let's go down further. Bitcoin to zero so I can become a hero. There you go. Silent but always watching. Well, it's good to see you here, man. It's good to see you here. We're going to be rich before 2035. Bitcoin to zero to make profits. Okay. Tony, good morning, brother. I'm not mentally prepared for this. I got you, man. I got you. We're here as a community, my friend. We're here as a community. We're all in this together. Buying the fear, selling the greed. Exactly. Shannon, thank you so much for the support, man. Grateful for you, brother. It's a great day to have a great day. Super fantastic. Yes, it is a fantastic day to have a fantastic day. Okay, what else do we have? Sam, what's up, man? I'm only going to be thankful for this. If nothing else, it gives me the best chance to load up. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. We're not bottomed yet, right? We're not bottomed yet. Like I said, we're likely coming down to the 200-week moving average, and that's probably going to take a little while to happen, right? So, Rodney says, I like the discounted prices, but I'm tired of crypto crashing basically every week for the last year. Yeah, it's a funny thing about crypto. It's basically like 3.5 years of this crazy, red, depressing action followed by 6 months of pumping. That's essentially what it is, right? So you can get so tired of it. Kizza says, true that, Rodney. Carl Ondo is looking appetizing. I agree, man. I agree. I hold ZBEC. I am already 33% in the red. How much worse is it going to get, and how long am I going to have to deal with it? Well, Tony, what I'll say is that Bitcoin is likely coming down, in my opinion, to the 200-week moving average, which is currently sitting at, let's go have a look at the 200-week moving average. I see everybody's asking about, so let's have a look. Let's have a looky-loo. Let's pull it up on the screen. All right, so the 200-week is down here. It's this yellow line down here. Here, let me get myself out of the frame, make it a little bit bigger. So down here, right? Currently, it's at 57,966. However, it will continue to work its way back up, right? As long as Bitcoin's price is above it, every week it'll move up just a little bit more. So it will likely be somewhere around, what is it now, 57? It'll be a little over like 58,300 next week, probably 56,000. It'll keep working its way up until Bitcoin drops below it, right? So I would imagine Bitcoin will catch up with the 200-week moving average somewhere around $60,000, right? That's kind of what I'm seeing. But what I'll also say is this, guys. Now, nothing's guaranteed, but this yellow line right here as well at 69,000, as you know, as some of you know, is the previous cycle high back here, right? As you can see, it's the previous cycle high. So we could catch support and bottom out there because we did that same thing back here in the bear market of 2021. As you can see, we barely dropped below it, and that was the previous 2017 cycle high. It held this support for that cycle, right? So will the same thing happen here? Will we catch at 69, maybe just a hair below, or will the previous cycle high end up converging with the 200-week moving average, and that's where we find our bottom? Very strong possibility. Somewhere between, I'd say 60,000, 69,000, right, is where you're going to find your bottom. So it's really not that much further to go, but, you know, it is what it is, right? And Tony, to answer your question, probably the falling's probably going to, I think we're going to bottom probably sometime around September, to be honest with you. Will, no problem. Will, no problem, my friend. I got you covered. I feel you, Tony. We good. Rob's got our asses. Exactly. The big dogs figured out if we all go rich, there will be no slaves. So work basically for the food on the table and manipulating the markets. Yeah, but with the bills being passed, here's the thing, right? With the Clarity Act being passed and stuff, they're not going to be allowed to manipulate the crypto market in the same way that they are now, right? So, Volks, what's up, man? Good to see you, brother. All right, let's get into the news, guys. I woke up to a leg cramp in my calf this morning. I know all of you guys know what that's like, so it feels like there's a bruise in my calf today. It's absolute nightmare. It's absolute nightmare. 80,900 now for Bitcoin. Will we continue down, guys? Very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see what's going on in the news, guys. Let's see what's going on in the space. A lot of things happening again today. Futures liquidated $314 million, wiped out in chaotic crypto hour. Global cryptocurrency markets experienced a severe stress test today, with a staggering $314 million in future positions forcibly closed or liquidated within a single turbulent hour. This intense event primarily affected major exchanges, highlighting the extreme leverage and inherent volatility within digital asset trading. Consequently, traders globally are reassessing their risk management strategies following this significant market flush. Data from leading analytics platform confirms the scale of liquidation events. Specifically, the $314 million in futures liquidated occurred between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. UTC. This 1 hour figure forms part of a broader 24-hour liquidation, total exceeding $899 million, notably long positions or bets on rising prices, accounted for approximately 65% of the hourly total. This pattern suggests a rapid price decline triggered most of the automatic sell-offs. Major centralized exchanges like Binance, Bybit, and OKX reported the highest volumes. For context, here's a simplified breakdown of the liquidation types. Furthermore, you've got right here, so your long positions, 204 million, sharp price drop, short positions, 110 million, rapid price rebound. Furthermore, Bitcoin and Ethereum contracts comprise nearly 80% of the liquidated value. This concentration underscores their dominant role in the derivatives market. Market analysts immediately began scrutinizing order books, data, and funding rate changes to understand the cascade. To grasp the event's significance, one must understand futures contracts and liquidation triggers. A futures contract is an agreement to buy or sell an asset at a predetermined price on a future date. Traders use leverage, borrowing funds to amplify their position size. However, this leverage also magnifies risk exponentially. Exchanges enforce strict risk parameters to protect themselves. When a position loses, losses erode and traders' initial collateral or margin to a critical level, the exchange automatically closes it and the process is a liquidation. The key mechanics involve margin ratios, liquidation prices, and cascade effects. Therefore, the $314 million event represents a classic liquidation cascade. A sudden price move hit the liquidation prices for thousands of over-leveraged positions. Subsequently, the ensuing market sell orders from these liquidations exacerbated the price move, creating a feedback loop. So basically, people put in long positions, the long positions get liquidated, which applies selling pressure, which pushes the price down further, which causes more long positions to get liquidated at lower prices, which causes more selling pressure, which you get what I'm saying, right? So that's basically, in a nutshell, kind of what was taking place. Overcome. I got a Charlie horse last night in the leg at the same time. After gotta stay hydrated, brother. Gotta stay. Me too. I thought I stayed hydrated enough, but clearly not, because man, is my leg killing me. We will see 30% more downside. That's a very specific number. I appreciate it. All right, moving on. What else do we have going on in the market today? We got this from CoinDesk. Bitcoin plunges under $81,000 amid reports of Iran explosions and thin weekend liquidity. Here's the bright side, guys. Here's the bright side for some of you, okay? It is the weekend right now, so any drops we see today and tomorrow are going to put in a CME gap that we will inevitably have to come back up and fill. So that's the upside, right? Bitcoin slid down towards $81,000 on Saturday as a thin weekend liquidity margin field magnified selling pressure, and traders pointed to the Middle Eastern tensions, U.S. political risk, and lingering crypto-specific uncertainty. So what to know, blah, blah, blah. So Bitcoin fell below $81,000 on Saturday. We know that the world's largest crypto fell as much as 2.2% over the past 24 hours. As per CoinGecko data, trading volumes thinned into the weekend and a setup that often leaves prices more vulnerable. Let's check out what we got going on here from CoinDesk.
But this term harmonization
between Chair Gensler and Chair Benham, where there was definitely a turf war over who had jurisdiction over what parts of the industry. Now Chair Seelig used to be senior counsel for Chair Atkins at the SEC, and so they obviously have a very good relationship. So this may be the closest we're going to get to having a unified regulator, unified front from the regulatory side.
All right. Fascinating.
Both the SEC and CFTC talking about something called harmonization.
Yeah. I mean, I think that we've heard these, spicy rumblings in the past about should we merge the SEC and the CFTC? The U.S. is one of the only only places in the U.S. that has these bifurcated regulators. UK, EU, and many other countries, or Japan, or all around the world have these unified financial regulators. And so I think that has been some of the push and pull. And we certainly saw that in the last administration between Chair Gensler and Chair Benham, where there was definitely a turf war over who had jurisdiction over what parts of the industry. Now Chair Seelig used to be senior counsel for Chair Atkins at the SEC, and so they obviously have a very good relationship. So this may be the closest we're going to get to having a unified regulator, unified front from the regulatory side. I think it'll be really interesting to see what they have to say.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I mean, first of all, we're never going to see completely merged agencies here in the United States, at least anytime soon. There's too many reasons for the Senate Agriculture Committee and the Senate Banking Committee to want to protect their own turf, to use your term, turf war. But this term harmonization, I view as sort of the administration saying, look, we want these two agencies to be operating in the same direction, going in the same way, and being unified. And I agree with you that Mike Seelig's going to be on the same page with Chair Atkins at the SEC. So we'll hear from that today. And what I think is interesting, Rebecca, is, we haven't seen a lot publicly yet from Mike Seelig. He wrote an op-ed in the Washington Post, which sort of laid out his vision, but it didn't have a lot of details and specifics, but not a lot. And this is really an opportunity. They've been on television together, but those are short appearances. This is an opportunity for the both of them to sit down and walk through in some detail what they actually plan to do in the months to come.
I think that's right. And we've heard from Chair Atkins about this innovation exemption for many, many months. People are dying to know what's going to be in it. Supposedly, the only people who know what's in it are within the walls of the SEC. And I can tell you, at least as far as I know, nobody's leaked it in. There have been some interesting things that have been even posted to the SEC Crypto Task Force website with requests for meetings still about this innovation exemption. So I think they're keeping it pretty close to the vest, and query whether there will need to be harmonization, to use their word and yours that you brought up again, between them to allow this innovation exemption to go forward, or whether it's like truly within the confines of what the SEC has jurisdiction over. And to your point, and to something we discussed earlier, 80% of the trading volume is Bitcoin and ETH. And if market structure passes, that is under the remit of the CFTC. So there's a lot to figure out here still. And in the absence of market structure, we're going to need to see a lot from the regulators, and they're really going to have to step up.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, one thing I don't think we're going to hear a lot about today, but, there was a recent OIG report indicating that the CFTC is down over 20% in terms of staff. Obviously, there's only one commissioner. right now, Chair Seelig. As you point out, not just existing products that we know are digital commodities, but under the Clarity Act, as it's written now, all three drafts, or both the drafts in both the House and the Senate, it looks like the CFTC would have even broader authority. The vast majority of tokens would be digital commodities. So it'll be interesting to see in the sort of months to come how that all plays out.
Will we see a merger between the SEC and the CFTC? My guess is probably not, but I digress. Let's get back into the chat a little bit here. Are we still on for a one-on-one? Yes, we are. Probably closer to 2 o'clock. I gotta head to the gym after this live stream, so probably around 2ish, maybe shortly after 2. But yes, so Central Time, that is. Did gold and silver top because it top or based a government shutdown? Because it top or based of government shutdown. I don't understand the question, but it's worded weird, brother. Let me have a look at silver. Oof, yeah, silver's still down. Silver's trying to hold support at $82.67. Currently at $85.16. So we'll see what happens, but we're probably going to see more downside, not in the near term, but in the eventuality, right? Inevitably. I really didn't think stablecoin would be my biggest bag, but I'm glad that it is. Yeah, that means you're well positioned for September, man. Well positioned for September. Yes, but I'm going to act shocked daily. Yeah, well, I mean, it's true, right? I mean, it's true. I've been saying it for 2 months, and every single day I see the exact same people shocked every day that we're going down, even though I've been saying for 2 months we're going down. And I'm saying it today, and then tomorrow I'll wake up and people will be shocked that we're down lower. And I'm like, I'll be like, guys, like, what the hell? Like, why are you surprised at something that I told you was... Anyway. Yes, that's why I put it. I thought it was funny. All I can say is if you're going to act depressed and angry every single day when you know this is coming, it's going to be a long 7 or 8 months for you, right? You're doing it to yourself. That's all I can say about it, right? All right, let's get into this next piece here, guys. XRP ETF record-breaking day. Chad Steingraber, a professional game designer and artist, recently highlighted a significant milestone for XRP-linked exchange-traded funds with a record trading session. In a post on X, he shared an image showing XRP ETF trading volume reaching 60.47 million at the close of the trading day on Wednesday, January 28th. He described the session as a record-breaking day, adding only XRP, allowing the data itself to underscore the significance of the moment. The image attached to his post presents the figure emphasizing the scale of activity relative to prior sessions. The volume levels reflect heightened participation in XRP-focused investment products, particularly at a time when digital asset markets have been marked by caution and subdued sentiment. So XRP's having a pretty good time on their ETFs. Not bad. Fridge, what's up, man? The facts alts never really rallied, never really had an alt season. Does that mean a lot of these alts won't make it through without a pump? No, not necessarily. I'm of the mindset, honestly, that since the altcoin season was so tempered this time around, I think it's almost like holding a beach ball underwater. There's a lot of pressure there, and I think at some point you're going to see a bigger altcoin season than was expected in the future, right, as a result of it. You can't hold something down forever. Well, everyone's expecting we'd go up to 100K or more first before possibly going down. Even you were calling for higher, lower. Well, here's the thing, Justin. Yes and no. You're only putting in part of what I said. When I say that we could put in a right shoulder, I also say we could just roll over completely. However, we did go up to about $98,000, so we came pretty close in saying that, right? So, yeah, and I also say all the time that nothing is 100% in crypto. So if you're going to quote me, quote everything I say, not just part of what I say, right? All right, so moving along, what else do we have? Let's check what's happening on Facebook today also, guys. Check our Facebook. Did I say Facebook? X. So BlackRock also started selling. They liquidated crypto after the government shutdown. They're non-stop dumping. That's kind of exaggerated, but yeah, so BlackRock was adding to the selling pressure as well today. And then there's this here, guys, I found very, very interesting. CZ has been trying to defend himself and Binance for the October 10th market crash and liquidation event, where Binance walked away with billions of dollars in profits from liquidating their own customers, claiming that they're innocent of anything and it's just natural chart action. So, but here's the thing. The CEO of OKX says otherwise. So the partial government shutdown, hang on a second. Oh, that's not this. That is, hang on. I got it. Here it is. That's the wrong story. Here's the right story. Boom. OKX Exchange CEO blames Binance leveraged loop for catastrophic October 10th market collapse. Rob said I would be a millionaire by now. It's all his fault. Well played, sir. So Star Zhu, I'm probably saying his name wrong, the founder of OKX, argues that the October 10th crash was a man-made crisis fueled by Binance's aggressive push for market dominance. The trouble began when Binance officially integrated USDE, an external stablecoin, directly into its core financial plumbing. Binance launched a massive marketing campaign offering a 12% APY just for holding USDE, specifically to lure users away from competitors like USDT or USDC with much stronger track records. Critically, Binance allowed USDE to be used as collateral for high-stakes futures and margin trading, treating it with the same trust and as actual cash. While Binance marketed it as a stable, reward-bearing asset, USDE is actually a complex synthetic dollar that carries a structural risk of a huge fund. Of a hedge fund, huge fund. Binance's system enables a dangerous leverage loop where users used USDE as collateral to borrow USDT, then use that USDT to buy even more USDE. This recursive cycle on Binance's platform inflated returns to 70%, creating a massive bubble of hidden debt that was invisible to everyday investors. By October 10th, Binance's internal market was so over-leveraged that it had become a powder keg waiting for a spark. When the market dipped, a large institution on Binance was liquidated, forcing the system to dump massive amounts of USDE at once. Because Binance's internal oracle or price feed failed to keep up with the crash, the price of USDE on the exchange plummeted to 60 cents, while it remained stable everywhere else. This depeg on Binance triggered a catastrophic chain reaction of $20 billion in liquidations, wiping out traders who thought their collateral was safe. Star notes that this event proved how an exchange's own marketing and technical flaws can cause a global market meltdown. Star believes the industry must stop allowing exchanges to run short-term yield games that put the entire ecosystem at risk. He argues that as the world's largest exchange, Binance failed its responsibility to prioritize market stability over aggressive user acquisition. He expects Binance supporters to attack him with FUD, but insists that calling out these winner-take-all tactics is necessary. For those of you who hold Bitcoin in cold storage, you had nothing to worry about. So basically, that's the long and short of what happened on October 10th. Binance was in fact responsible for that massive crash that happened. And why? Because they were trying to steal customers from other exchanges. Again, I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. We need to stop supporting Binance. We need to stop using it. We need to stop making Binance the world's largest crypto exchange. They have failed the community. They have failed the industry because of their own selfish greed. That's just my opinion, right? They cost people billions of dollars, and they made money in the process of this. That's what gets lost in this. Not only did Binance participate in causing that massive crash on October 10th, and so many people lost money, but Binance made money when it happened. They made billions of dollars off of that, right? That should infuriate everybody. How low do you see ZBEC going down? I see it going down about 90% from whatever its all-time high is. So, yeah, wherever it tops, I say that because I do believe that there's a possibility ZBEC has not topped yet, right? So yeah, buy more. Not financial advice, right? So yeah, so that's what happened, guys. Binance is in fact responsible, and yeah, screw them, right? Screw them. And then let's look at this government shutdown update here. There was so much back and forth last night. They signed a bill that they weren't going to shut down. Now they're temporarily shut down. So the U.S. shut down while markets were asleep. The partial government shutdown is now live after the House failed to vote on a funding deal. Lawmakers may fix it when they reconvene on Monday, or they may not. Because it happened over the weekend, markets had no chance to react. That reaction now comes Monday morning. Until then, the markets open with headline risks. Here's what traders will be watching for on Monday. Futures reactions at the open, volatility spikes from policy uncertainty, risk assets pricing a longer shutdown, rotation into treasuries and safe havens, and missing economic data creating macro blind spots. Historically, short shutdowns rarely crash markets, but they do increase uncertainty, and markets have hate uncertainty. So guys, we could see, if they start pricing in a longer government shutdown on Monday, we could see more downside as a result of that. So be aware, guys. Be aware of it. Know that it's coming. Don't be shocked when it happens, right? Fear and greed sitting at 26, creeping back towards extreme fear. I got the hiccups. Altcoin season index 26 out of 100. We are very oversold. Here is one of the things I would say about a possible rebound here is that we are very oversold across the average crypto in terms of our RSI. We're at 29.64 into oversold. So we could see a bit of a rebound, maybe Monday, maybe tomorrow. Who knows, right? But here's what I do know. Like I said earlier in the live, guys, if we do continue down today and tomorrow, well, that does open up a CME gap that we're going to have to come back up and fill. So that's the good news, right? I will hold my current bags, Crow, Jasmine, ZBEC, and I have a lot of USTC. Nice. There you go. Yes, exactly. Good idea, John. Good idea, man. I think I bought you that BTC hat. It wasn't cheap. They actually gave it to me for Christmas. They mailed it to me for Christmas. So, yeah. So, yeah, check out BTCC, guys. They're our channel sponsor, them and Decent Biometric Wallet. Use our link down below. Get over $10,000 in signing bonuses, guys. Check it out. Again, use our link down below. So, yeah, let's go back over to the Bitcoin chart. We are down a little bit more. Blast, so do you think we will go? Do you think we will go high with ZBEC Plus? Oh yeah, of course, absolutely. And Blair, it's good to see you. I think ZBEC is one of those projects that could pump counter the market, to be honest with you, because they just keep working, they keep producing, they keep making announcements. Max and I actually have another video coming out tomorrow covering another big announcement by ZBEC, so you're going to want to check that out. H. Barbarino, Rob, what do you think? What do you think staking 27.95% versus farming? Well, here's the thing about farming. There's a lot more risk when it comes to farming, right? A lot more risk. It's safer to just do the staking, to be honest with you. I know 54 5.4 seems tempting, but there's also far more risk attached to it. So you have to understand that, right? So we're down to 80,300, guys. Will we dip below $79,000 today? Very, very possible. Ben says, speaking of BTCC, probably put a long in for 5% scalp suit. Nice. Very nice. Will we hold support here at 79? That's the question, right? We'll see. No problem. No problem. All right, guys, I got to get to the gym. I will be back after that to do my coaching calls over on the Patreon. Guys, if things are red for you right now, if you're depressed, if you don't know what to do, get over to the Patreon. Book yourself a coaching call, either one-on-one, or you can join one of our group coaching calls if you're shy, right? And you don't want to ask questions. You can get a lot of answers that way. We got thousands of members over there. Join us today. Check it out. Daily trades, microcap gems, support, all the guidance and help that you need. Patreon lives on a daily basis, open mic weekends, and so much more. Check it out today, guys. The link is down below. Get the support and guidance that you need. Let's have a look at your portfolio, make sure it's structured properly, and you're pointed in the right direction for profits. If you need a plan when you should start buying again, book a one-on-one. The link's down below, guys. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.